Hello YouTube, it's Irishbear76. Thinking about changing my name to Scots Irish Guinea Pig 76 because I was one of the first to have the angioplasty for CCSVI. For newcomers, CCSVI is a condition identified by the Italian vascular surgeon Paolo Zamboni, in which he hypothesized MS symptoms or the disease itself may be explained by impaired drainage of the cerebral veins. My good friend, this is for Alex. Alex reminded me to make a CCSVI update video, but really it's mostly for Wayne Fever up in Canada, because he was the one that let me know they were doing it in my neck of the woods. So Wayne out there, thank you very much for the referral and let me know what was going on. So, the update video for CCSVI. I feel great. I had a pseudo exacerbation in January, just for 2 days, really. 2 to 3 days I felt bad. But other than that, I've been feeling really, really good. The toe thing, the foot thing, I still kind of drop foot, or foot drop, or I hear it called both, so I do kind of drag my foot a little bit still, but other than that, it is due to the feeling, the tingly feeling. I'm able to work. I'm able to climb up and down the creek bank and go fishing. Those of you on my Facebook see that I've been catching walleye and largemouth. I'm a catch and release fisherman. So. But anyway, I'm able to work. My thoughts are clear. My cognition's pretty good. I tend to read a lot. My eyes haven't been bothering me too bad. Cognition, I mean, I understand what I'm reading. I'm able to communicate well with others, at least in my opinion. So I really haven't noticed any deficits. But, you know, having relapsing remitting MS and having the anecdotal, hey, I feel great, is kind of hard to convince people that it works. But it does. I endorse CCSVI research. I endorse the angioplasty procedure for it. The problem is that they figured out a bunch of people with MS have this condition. So people think it's an experimental treatment for MS, when actually what it is it's a new treatment for a new disease called CCSVI. The fact that you have pre-existing MS, relapsing remitting, secondary progressive, or primary progressive is beside the point, because when I saw the theory, I went to a vascular doctor up in South Bend, Indiana, and said, hey, can you have a look at my veins, because I don't want an occlusion in my veins. That doesn't sound good. I don't want a stenosis or a kink like in a garden hose when it folds and water doesn't come out. And this vascular doctor said, sure, let's have a look. Got in there, noticed that my azygos vein was fine, my vertebral veins that he could get to looked good, but he did notice that one of my jugulars was like 70% stenosed. So he took a number 16 angioplasty balloon, blew it up 80% a few times, and got the vein to stay patent or open, and to where it would allow for cerebral drainage. And I have felt pretty good ever since. I've, been great. The best I have felt was in Colorado, and it was due to all the vitamin D3 I was getting there. My diet was a lot better than it's been lately. I've been kind of cheating on my diet a little bit. So anytime I have a bad day, it's more related to not getting enough. If I forget to take my D3, which this isn't medical advice or a medical blog, this is my life. I try not to give medical advice. I just kind of want to give you guys the perspective from a patient, and all the anecdotal stuff that I can give you evidence has all been positive, other than the one pseudo exacerbation I experienced in January, which was, I believe, related more to stress from a job that wasn't a good idea for me. Just a conflict, long drive to get there, and I didn't really feel like I knew what I was doing. as far as, you know, how they wanted me to do things. So then I leave the job, have a new kid, a four-month-old daughter, and, you know, just the stress of all that, I figured I got to get out of there. So that kind of contributed, I believe, to my pseudo-exacerbation. Because as we know, MS is a stress-related illness. I do not deny the fact that I have MS, but I also do not deny the fact that I have had CCSVI that was corrected with the angioplasty procedure that was once coined the liberation procedure. Anecdotal evidence is all thumbs up. I'm feeling great. I'm one of the success stories. Now, if it's because I have relapsing remitting MS, that's very possible. I do know people with primary progressive and secondary progressive. Some of them have not had the results that I've had. But I try to get my story out there as much as I can, because unfortunately people that manufacture drugs for MS want their drugs to be successful. So a non-medication route to go with MS is something that they're going to try to, I would believe, to attack, to say, no, this isn't the way. You have to take MS be gone, you know, and inject it into yourself 5 times a day or whatever. I'm making up a drug, so the only drug that I've ever spoken out against is Tysabri, just because I said that the risk is not worth the reward for me. And the angioplasty I had was a low risk, high reward, in my opinion. Now, as far as empirical data or scientific data, my MRI showed no new lesions, or no remarkable changes was the verbiage they used, from 2006, and I had the angioplasty done in August of 2010. So, yeah, I believe it not only arrested the progression of my MS, but I also believe it may have even healed some damage just from overall things that I've noticed. But I have to admit, I was a little skeptical about going to the neuro, so I didn't go to the neuro as much. And when I finally went to have the post, you know, the post angioplasty, I guess it would be my first exam, I did note they noted some numbness that is gone now on my side. And like I said, a pseudo exacerbation is like a false exacerbation. It's not a true exacerbation. It's like, the way I understand it's where a lesion maybe acts up a little bit, but it's not the where you see the deficit and where it lasts so long. So clinically it didn't present as a true MS exacerbation, or the 3 grams of IV steroids that they gave me were miraculous. So whichever way you want to look at it. So for my CCSVI update, I'm going to try to make it no longer than this. I still believe in it. I mean, I believe in CCSVI being related to MS, like I believe Jesus is the Son of God. You know, that's 2 of my beliefs, and you know, I get attacked for both by some people who just don't want to hear that CCSVI can actually help you. But make no mistake about this: CCSVI is a real condition, and the angioplasty is a real intervention in which I saw real good results. And I was not treated for MS. I was treated for a vascular stenosis of my jugular vein. So let's get that straight. Nobody did anything unethical. No one billed anything unethically. It was discovered I had a kinked garden hose, and the plumber replaced that hose, or fixed the hose. There was no neurology needed to be involved in it, because it wasn't a neurological problem. It was a vascular problem, and it has been corrected, and coincidentally my MS has improved greatly. So there's your update. Sorry it's been so long. I've been busy either trying to find a job or working, or you know, family. I went from 1 to 3 kids, like boom. So God bless. Keep trucking, guys. I believe in CCSVI. Yes. I will make another video to kind of clarify some things that I said in a video that got some backlash from atheists and non-Christians. That's the unfortunate thing about my channel, is it's basically me sharing my life. So whatever's a part of my life, be it fishing or going to church or my family or other things that you don't want to hear about, you're going to have to take some of that, or unsubscribe. You're going to have to hear things you don't want to hear to get to the good stuff sometimes. So to me, the good stuff I didn't even address in this video. So keep trucking. God bless. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I know I do well from hearing from you. You guys make me feel so good, so good. And I'm wearing my Scott tartan scarf to represent my family in Scotland. This is the actual Scott tartan plaid. So it's kind of my salute to my brothers up in Scotland. So have a wonderful week, and be well, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, every way that you can be well. Strive for that wellness, my friends. Bye-bye.